Welcome back. The Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival recently announced its 2016 lineup, which will run from November 24th to the 27th. Kirk Haviland, Industry and Media Coordinator for the festival, is here to discuss what patrons can expect in the festival's fifth year. Kirk, thank you so much again for joining me on the show.
It's good to be back.
The last time you were on the show was back in April, I believe.
It was about April, yes.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate this, but there were some big changes in terms of venue that I'd like to start off with the discussion in terms of where you guys are located now. If you could talk a little bit about that.
Yes, this year we are at the Cineplex Odeon Yonge and Dundas, which is right in the middle of the city. We have one of the largest theaters in the complex, so we're expanding our capacity quite a bit due to demand. Last year we sold out 7 shows of the 12 that we had because some of them were second shows. Like we had movies that were selling out twice. So based on the demand, we had to move to a bigger venue to accommodate it for it.
And do you think that this venue will bring out even more people in terms of, being so central to the city?
That's what we hope for, but we're also entering a partnership with Cineplex. So now we get to offer things to the people coming to watch our films, like scene points and like other sort of deals that we might be able to work out with Cineplex as well, which also is going to help maybe even more of the general public as opposed to our great fan base as it is already come out to these films.
So the movies will also, I assume, be on the online website and on the listings for the weeks that they're coming out. Or
Absolutely.
The week that they're playing.
The tickets aren't on sale yet, but we do expect them to be on sale through the Cineplex website in the next week or two.
Now, you recently were at Horrorama and you announced the lineup. Can you talk a little bit about what we can expect from this year's lineup?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I should say that we had a great time at Horrorama. The announcement, they did the panel room. The announcement was standing room only. They filled up the panel room, all chairs, plus had a row of people standing in the back of the room waiting to hear about it. So we were very happy with the response. But we have a really, really great lineup, probably our best overall lineup yet. We're opening with the film 24 by 36, the movie about movie posters.
Nice.
It's all about the history of the movie poster. Starts all the way back at the very beginning, and it goes all the way up to the modern trend where we have the offshoot posters, like the Mondo stuff and everything.
Yeah. And
it interviews a lot of the people that have been involved with posters for a long time. People like Tom Hodge, like the Dude Designs, and like Gary Pullen and Justin Erickson, local guys from Toronto, plus also Drew Struzan's in it and stuff like that.
The Master. I mean, The Thing is one of my favorite movie posters of all time. And for me personally, it just feels like the art of that has kind of been lost over the years, at least now anyways, where a lot of stuff seems photoshopped and overlapped on top of each other.
Exactly, and that's one of the topics that they discuss in length in the film. So anybody who has an affinity for posters like we do, like the classic stuff, is going to fall in love with this film because the director clearly loves them as well.
Yeah, well, I hope that they move on to one of my personal passions, which are slipcovers in the future. So
we shall see. I'm not sure what his next project is, but on Saturday night at 9:30 we have a film that I saw at Fantasia that I fell in love with called The Unseen. It's from Vancouver, and it is a modern day reinterpretation of the Invisible Man story.
Oh, okay.
So it's a sci-fi, dramatic sci-fi. So not just a horror type theme, but it's an excellent feature.
And how did it play at Fantasia?
They had two screenings that were nearly sold out both times at Fantasia, and it got a very good reception both times out. So.
And what else is playing at the festival this year?
We're closing with the film The Sublet from Black Fawn Features. It's a crazy. It's our most straightforward horror film this year, so we wanted to finish on a strong horror note because we started off as a horror festival only.
Right.
But this year we're branching out. We have a lot more dramatic stuff. On Sunday we have a film called Kidnap Capital, which is more of a true life dramatic horror type thing because it deals with people that are coming across the border who are then forced and shoved into these rooms in the U.S. border in Mexico, and then they're forced and extorted for more money, and shoved into these little makeshift prisons in the bottom of these normal households in Arizona. But it was all shot in Toronto.
Nice.
Except for the exterior. Except for the exteriors, everything is shot in Toronto. So, and it's all a Toronto-based cast, and it was a Toronto-based director who wrote it. So that was not a traditional film that we would normally have at a festival of ours, but we're branching out and doing some more different
You're
things.
expanding and finding versatility
Exactly.
in the genre, but there's still genre elements, I assume, in the
Absolutely.
film.
We have a film called Three Dead Trick-or-Treaters, which is a short film anthology, and it's all horror short films. And the interesting about it is that every single one of them is a silent film. So, but they're all horror themed, but they're all silent. So
Yeah.
the entire program is silent, which is wild.
And you also have Bloody Bits this year as well, the shorts?
Well, okay. Bloody Bits is not something that we're playing. We always have a short film showcase. This year we have 13 films in our short film showcase, which is a record for us because we've traditionally had longer shorts mixed in with shorters, but this year we have a lot of really, really good short films. Bloody Bits is a different thing altogether. Bloody Bits is an actual DVD that our festival is working with Black Fawn Distribution to present. People will be able to buy at Blood in the Snow this year. Nice. It combines 7 of the best, well-received shorts that we've had over the entire 4 years prior to this into one compilation DVD, and they'll be able to buy it. There's going to be a pre-sale. There'll be information about that on the website and stuff. But this is what we hope to be an ongoing series where we can actually take some of the short films that people love at the festival and give them a way for them to own it at home as well.
And it's a way to support the filmmakers as well and
Absolutely.
get their work out there to other people that haven't seen it, that can't go to the festival.
Absolutely, because you'll be able to have it at home and you'll be able to get a little bit of a taste of the festival at home as well.
Would you ever consider if the licensing is there for features as well?
Well, we've helped a lot of features. We've helped some of the features that we've worked with get distribution over the time, because part of our festival is that we're also trying to actively help the film community in Canada, because we only play Canadian films. We're trying to help the community at large as well. I don't know whether we're going to have an offshoot brand per se that says Bits presents this movie or something, but I wouldn't say that it's not impossible in the future either.
This is the 5th year, and I wanted to ask you how, I mean, obviously with the venue changes is a huge thing, but how has the festival grown and progressed over those 5 years?
The first year, our founder, Kelly Michael Stewart, had it at a little theater that used to be called the Projection Booth. It's a smaller theater on the far east end of the city, which really supported the festival, and they were really great about it. But it was just it was a little out of the way for most people, and it still really did well. And that was his key to say maybe this is going to work. We moved to the Carlton the first year. I mean, that first year I don't think they had a sellout. Then we moved the second year. We sold out the shorts program right away. The third year we had 4 sellouts at the Carlton, and then last year, like I said, it's 7 or 8 sellouts. So we've been constantly growing and growing with regards to our audience. And I'd say now, I mean, it was the right time to move to this new venue. We've got like I said, it's the biggest venue, the biggest screen that the Young Dundas has outside of, say, their AVX and IMAX screens. And we're going to do our best to load it up with people to watch good quality Canadian independent film.